much. Like the quality of images
Mm-hmm.
since '60s didn't change. Just the cost of high-end gear
The
came
lens and
down.
everything.
Came down. It's easier to make good quality photos, get the best quality with already reached result.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, it's quite.
those are the best photos.
Yeah, yeah, the
You
only
can't get
best.
them. You can get them still. If you got the technology, but yeah, the best photos is back in the days, man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The reality
Now
is,
photos is what we can see.
now the problem is that people has a lot of time, and they don't use the time for time. And at the time, people didn't have time. They were doing the best they could to do something with little.
Mm.
So they had little gear and did the best. That you were capable of, you know, reaching something that people were not able to. Now it's easy. Everyone has possibilities and whatever you can do.
I remove that speaker from there.
Yeah.
I'm just letting you guys know. You're live. Ah.
Ah.
Uh,
You know what I
yes,
mean?
everyone.
So, nah, you guys can just continue have regular
Yeah.
conversation. It's
Oh,
all
okay,
good
cool.
anyway. You know what I mean? Get the even if we get one viewer, even if we get one viewer,
Come on.
plenty that, bro.
You gonna message
One
Pick
one
me.
can equal 1,000.
Let me do the big thing. I read. Everybody's looking at one of the big thing. You know? If you need a drink, go grab a drink. I'm gonna bring myself a Zube.
Zube.
I'm gonna bring myself a Zube.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, definitely.
You want a drink?
Nah, no, I don't drink.
You want a drink as well?
Yeah,
I got my
good.
Fam.
Them people are good, you know.
How old are you?
Sorry, we are smoking.
35.
35.
Yes,
But you
because
never drunk all this.
I used to drink, never smoked.
155.
Stopped about coming up 6 years drinking.
People put your phones on vibrate.
It's on silent.
I like that. It's on silent. It's not on me, fam. It's on you guys. Put your phone on silent. I didn't. But yeah, man. I'm just going to quickly. I'm not gonna say. Oh, everybody, I know this is my fault because I literally went to get my hair cut. It took a fucking hour and a half, and then obviously I had to rush back and try to settle all this up. So obviously I have to take some accountability. This should have already been ready a while ago. And obviously that's the latest feeling. Obviously you see what happens after. The thing is that now if I'm not mistaken, I can unplug this. I can unplug this. If nothing happens, I'll plug it back into the panel. So it stays charging. I'm guessing right now. Yeah, the room. And oh, he took the hard drive. The arsehole. Probably hour and a half, 2 hours, however long it lasts.
How long it lasts, fam? You know? In a podcast, you can never know when it's going to end, bro. It's just whenever the conversation gets shut down.
It
you
flows, isn't it?
Flows, in it. I'm telling you, man. Is that when I do my TikTok videos, yeah, I don't just plan it. Like, I come up with ideas off the dome, innit?
Oh, okay.
Whenever the idea's done, I don't stretch it. Yeah,
What kind of TikToks you do?
different one story, man. Just whatever comes to my head, innit?
Oh.
Comedy.
She's mad late, bro.
Huh? Yeah. No,
That's
you
not
must
155.
You must have best bust my neighbor's 157. Must have bust Betty's number. Just tell them to open the door. Just ask them to open the door.
What we've.
Go and check, see.
The wrong side.
Hurry up. Don't waste time, bro.
I thought I was late. Well, sorry I came late though. That one then coming from Homerton says yes. Boy, traffic. Lies,
Lies.
where?
Shai's the only one telling the truth.
What?
Shai's the
I was
only
going all the way from the gully, you know.
treacherous
I know it's a straight line, yeah, but that straight line is just havoc, bro.
and deceivers. Treacherous.
I trim look short though. Trim look short, fam.
No, he's trying to butter me up.
I'm trying to butter you up, bro.
Hey,
Let's
no,
be
no.
honest in him, honest guy, bro.
No, he's trying to butter man up.
Butter man up.
Yeah, bro.
You honest in it?
My man's late. He's trying to look all the little.
Yeah, trying to get the professional card. Yeah.
The haircut is sick.
Yeah, blood.
Get the-
Yeah.
You want juice? Yeah, man, juice there, blood.
Yeah, 2 buckle of juice in there. What do you mean, brother?
She found
Tell her
it.
it's the
Yeah.
wrong door.
That's right, bro. That was a lot. Literally another 1.5.
Sounds like an alarm.
I know you're telling me go right and then right again. I'm just seeing bare blocks and I'm thinking I could go all the way down there, you know.
Yeah,
Because for the first year, I did like that, but I never changed it.
wow.
I always went there. I'm like, where the oh, and like
Yes, sir.
every time.
It's a mission.
Just say
There's
that.
so many, yeah.
Everybody does it, man. You're not the only
And my
one.
cousin used to live around here as well.
Yeah, man, there you go. Record. Okay, let me get the record button. So
Come on.
Ready?
it's literally recording straight on here. Oh yeah, all of you go on YouTube and jump into my live.
My phone can't jump into no live.
Yeah, just jump into the live. Obviously, turn down
iPhone
the
6.
volume. Hear me. And
Have to wait for me to upgrade, brother.
Here we go. Here we go.
I need to send no link. It's already live.
I'm live already.
Yeah, so
Oh.
jump in here and just turn down the volume. Yeah, man, we're just trying to fuck with the algorithm.
Okay, see,
Oh, it's from
magic.
you, yes.
Yeah.
If you're an actual person, so welcome.
Hi
Hey,
everyone.
pick me. How you doing?
That's right in there.
Yeah. Showtime.
I'm gonna reintroduce myself. Sorry, I'm so rude.
No, it's not.
Hi, I'm
At your own
Lisa.
time, yeah.
I'm Lisa. What's your name?
My name is Lamar,
Lamar.
but my name, my representative name is Lemzo.
What would you
Lenza.
prefer if I called you?
Call me whatever you wanna call me.
Alright.
Yeah.
So, how you doing, pick me? Ty. I've been on your show. I'm good. Yourself?
Good to see you.
Likewise,
Put the
likewise.
face to face.
Exactly.
I see you and SB still rocking together and stuff on POF.
Yeah, of course.
How's
Yeah.
it going there?
Yesterday was the first time I went on there for like 2 months, 3 months.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I just got tired of it. The live was just getting a bit boring.
Shut up, man. You love it. You love it, SB. Sorry. Hi. Yes.
Hello, hi.
Oh. You got a haircut. I didn't even recognize you. Looking well.
Again, you make it again.
Oh, you look good. You look good. Bloody hell, the spotlights. Anyway.
You'll
get
get
the
used to
light.
it.
He's always been homeless, man.
Hey,
So rude.
Nah, it's cool. Grab
How
a
you
drink.
treat your guests? You don't even
No,
give them
you want a drink?
nothing.
you want a drink?
I've got some water, thank you.
Why am I gonna offer you a drink though, man? You're not a guest anymore. You ain't you get me? Yeah, man. You come one time, you're no longer a guest anymore. You You get me? Alright, people. You can bring some and put them down on the table. The guys might want to munch. You know what I mean?
You just bring the whole thing to the table. So no one has to go in and out, in and out.
Some dry Tupperware. Have some respect for your guests. You know what? Where should I put this?
On the table.
Anyway.
If you guys, if you feel like munching, because obviously, you know, Ty's on a whole different clinic.
I'm munching, I'm juicing.
Yeah,
I did that yesterday. I was munching and juicing, bro.
the only thing I can eat is probably the popcorn.
What? You can't eat that?
Nah, because most crisps have milk, innit?
Oh, you got.
Don't know why, but I'm a vegan, so
Okay.
animal products.
French, you see how he treats me?
It's vegan as well, yeah. Yeah.
No. I'm vegetarian.
You have to clear it
Well, I
out.
never see anything.
Okay.
The reason I say that, I'll be disingenuous if I claim to be a proper vegan. You understand? Because I know now that life right there, it takes real discipline. And sometimes I eat certain stuff because I need it right now. Like, say, for instance, I would eat a croissant because I'm at work and I can't, or anything else I eat contains a high level.
Yeah.
You understand?
Okay,
So when you
yeah,
have a croissant or a little pastry or something like that,
Yeah.
and people are on their proper vegan thing, they're not looking at that. They would rather be there and be hungry. You get me? Find some kale or some beans from somewhere. I swear that, fam. I swear that, fam. You get me?
There's always a Tesco's around somewhere anyway, so.
Yeah, stopped off in Hackney.
So what?
Huh? Charger.
Where the girls at?
You're the only girl.
I tried to
Scared them
recruit
off?
them. I tried to recruit them. They're acting funny. I even got my next door neighbor, you know, who's a lovely young female. I even tried to get her to recruit some of her friends for me. Get me? But they're all like, so this is what I'm saying. When you get the first one and two up and going, and you can point and say, listen,
Yeah.
and you can see, say, you know what?
I would have thought you would have brought your bedroom.
Who? Which one?
Your little boy. She would have been good.
Nah, they're both sick. Or claiming they're both.
Fair enough.
This
That is
is what I'm
crazy,
saying.
fam.
Randomly,
The partying,
there
bro.
were some are busy working. Some randomly got sick. You understand?
It's alright, but like you
Random
said,
things just
you know
started
what?
happening.
No,
You
but
know
you
like
know
that-
what? When your platform starts getting bigger and people start seeing moving, that's
Then
when everyone's
the-
going to be
yeah.
calling you now. You
I
ain't
like-
gonna have to.
It
You know
already
what
is
I'm
big.
like, because I'm gonna mash up.
Nah,
Like,
nah.
mashing
Because
up the
Living
man.
obviously
already
if it's in that
full of peoples,
direction,
you know? Networking.
you know what I mean. And Tuesday,
Oh, did you do the
I
show?
speak like for instance.
Testing,
speak,
testing.
No. You don't have to really just stay there and speak in that direction and see. Can you pick her up?
Can you,
Speak.
can you hear me? Testing.
Perfect. I'm always
Am I good?
my voice.
His
that
voice
better?
is deep.
Is that better?
Really, Ty's
Yo.
got a calm, soothing voice.
Testing, 1, 2, 3. Okay, cool. I'll leave
You
it
get
here.
me?
Not too
Yeah,
far.
man. Yo, what go on, people? Yes, people, silent business. You know what time it is. Back again with another episode. Actually, the streets ain't moving mad. Today's Black Room. We started with a new thing. This is our second episode of Black Room. Obviously, I still ain't released the full episode of last podcast, you know, because obviously, you know, some of the conversation got to be heated up in there. I can't lie. You know what I mean? But, hey, that's neither here nor there. I'm here today. I'm going to let the guests introduce themselves, you understand? And if they care to tell us, like, say, for instance, their socials or, like, where they work, if they're working and that, you know what I mean? Obviously, that would be appreciated. And we're going to start with the lady to our left, and we got...
All right. My name is Call Me This, also formerly known as Call Me a Pick Me podcast. Unfortunately, I don't actually have social media. I know that's a bit weird in this day and age. However, you can actually catch me on
Try to
Snapchat.
hide. That's social media.
Yeah, so exactly. So I might as well plug that in, innit? So obviously you can find me on Snapchat. Call
Trying
me
to
a
hide
Big
the
Meat
socials,
Podcast.
yeah.
Nah. I also work for the NHS. Not really exciting. National Health
That's
Trust.
exciting.
So-
You're saving lives.
Well, I'm pushing paper. Obviously, there's other people that are saving lives, but you
okay.
know, it all comes together. So yeah, I'm
Yeah.
saving lives, I guess. Saving paper.
Come on.
Doing something, boy. You get
We're
me.
doing. We're trying.
Come on.
And the gentleman, my learned friend.
Yes, people. My name's Ty. My social media. I got social medias. Got Insta. My Insta is Ty's purpose. So that's Ty_purpose. I'm a life coach and a vegan nutritionist. And I also work for the Underground as well.
Vegan nutritionist.
I am level 3 vegan nutritionist. Yeah.
How long now?
I've been doing that for probably about 2 years now. Yeah, so to be honest, it's not something I enjoy. It's a lot it's a lot of meal planning.
Yeah.
So all of that, being on the laptop for too long. So most
What
of the time,
inspired you to kind of make that transition? And obviously reluctantly because you're not enjoying it.
nah. First, I went to I transitioned to veganism for ethical reasons, and I thought I tried to be vegan before, and it didn't work out. Didn't eat enough calories. I lost a lot of weight when I got sick. So I thought, let me do my research, and part of my research was studying to be a vegan nutritionist to make my life much easier. Yeah,
And now you can teach others.
I can teach others. Yeah.
Okay, you can teach others about fake chicken. That taste like chicken that have nothing to do with chicken. You know what I mean? It's okay, people. I was one of them people there that fell into that lifestyle. You know what I mean?
What?
And to my other friend here, would you like to introduce yourself? Tell everybody what you do, if you would like.
If you never saw the last 2 episodes, you watch me now live. It's Lemzo. I'm a musician. And if you're on the socials, yeah, I've got 2 socials. You got Lemzo or Zeno, that's my music page. Or you got my comedy page and my social family page. Lemzino STDR.
Bro, don't watch what I'm doing, man. If I'm whispering in females' ear, you can't be trying
I'm trying to liven it up.
You can't be trying to block man up here, man. I want to this about 8. I tell you, see, I'm better.
On the double yellow line, yeah.
hey, stop it.
Don't hate because certain man got game.
You get me? Nah, bro. She's serious. Silent Business got game blood.
It's true. I've seen him in action, actually.
Yeah? You get me?
Yeah.
Nah, man, listen. You know what it is? You know when you built a certain character that you like, you don't really care what anybody says. You just kind of do you.
Got that confidence.
You gain excitement just from even people just walking away. You gain some thought, but you really thought you was worth something. I was just trying to say hi.
And
actually, because of that, women gravitate to you more. You know, because they're like, well, hold on. What, you don't think I'm a 10? I need to go and tell him why he doesn't think I'm... So that's where we start to pursue a little
The
bit.
rejection, yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
Man, I'm a flipping 8 anyway, so I don't really care.
Oh,
No, alright. Let me ask you another question. Okay. What would you rate yourself? What would you rate yourself? On a scale of 1 to 10.
10.
No, genuinely.
Genuinely 10.
Okay, what would you rate yourself?
I'll explain after why.
6.5. Maybe a 7 on a good day.
All right, I'll mess with that. How about yourself?
Can I be a little bit extra? What's the measurement based on?
Is it
on looks? Is
the
it
measurement's
physicality?
based
What?
on looks. Like, if I can look upon somebody, can I say, like, you know, they're 10 or 6 or...
Okay.
You understand?
Okay,
I'm talking head to toe.
Okay, if it's aesthetics then I'm going to say 4, but when I scrub up, I can be a strong 5.
All right.
Yeah.
Very modest. I like that. Me? Come on now. Listen, people.
on,
Silent Business. There's no limit for my rating, blood. I'm off the chain.
Trust.
You get me? I only appear in physical form to make you guys feel worthy. Listen.
With the presence of a god,
Don't
yeah.
But I do want to ask something.
Everyone-
So you said you're a 10,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So you saying that there's no room for improvement?
No, that's not the reason why I said that. But I know
Okay.
what you're trying to say though. The reason why I said I'm 10, yeah, because
Mm.
obviously it just comes from the self-love, innit? I just put my goal so high to just keep my confidence high.
Yeah, but
Rather than
there's,
me doubting myself.
it's not. I don't think it's about doubting yourself.
I know.
I think there's reality and there's delusion. Like if we're doing a scale to 1 to 10, then 10 has to be perfection.
Yeah,
So are you saying that you're perfect?
I'm not saying no. No one's perfect.
Then nobody could be a 10.
Yeah.
I have to put 9.5 then.
Oh, Jesus
But can I
Christ.
challenge that a little bit? Because I asked Silent, what was that scale based on?
Mm.
Yeah, so he said aesthetics.
Mm.
And right now, as you're sat, you can't
It's
see
just
you.
not
I've
looks.
got a
it's
better-
overall.
Yeah, aesthetics. So just
Yeah.
in terms of just the out,
Mm-hmm.
what we're looking at. Now, I've got a better perspective of you than you have of yourself right now, just looking at you.
Okay.
So if we're going to look at it from that way, so even though you're saying, okay, it's self-love, that's more from an introspective viewpoint. But what about how the world sees you? So that's why
they're all gonna have their different ratings, but that.
well, this is
Yeah.
it. What would you think that average median would be realistically?
if I
So
was
that's
a-
why I said I'm a 4 because I'm
Okay,
basing
if,
mine
if
on
I think
reality.
about it as an outsider,
Yeah,
and
if you think,
Estimation.
nah,
Estimate.
it's not think about it as an outsider. If you think how the world was to
How the
rate
world
you,
views you.
I'll
views
say
you
okay, I'll be fair.
aesthetically.
I'll be fair. I say 5,
Okay.
half and half. That's middle scale.
Yeah, that's average, isn't it? 5 is average. So
It's average, man.
fair enough.
Nah,
You
5.
7.
That's better than 5. That's honest.
Yeah, and this kind of leads in
Because
to our first topic. We're gonna get to the main topic, but this kind of leads into our first topic, right? Because nowadays days, right, out of 10, we would say 5 is average.
Yeah.
And most people, majority of people on this planet would class themselves as average, right? So for you guys, right, what would you say the bar is when it comes to average? And I'm talking overall. You understand? Like what would you say the bar is set? Are people average, above average,
Are we talking about just
below
aesthetics?
average? I'm talking
or the
overall
whole package?
aesthetics, you know, the way how they carry themselves. You understand?
Could I jump in there?
Yeah, of course, Biss.
So I would say that majority of people are operating below average.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the reality of it. Again, I understand that we can all have our own perspective views and our ideologies and our own truths and everything. But the reality is we are operating below average. I mean, you can, and if you want to use various different measurements, you can use economy. There's various different things. If you want to use obesity rates, like majority of us in the West are overweight as well.
Yeah.
So when we're looking at the actual standard, I'll actually say the average. No, majority of us are operating below that. If we were operating on the average, then I can say you would see that in society. You see that translate a little bit outwards. But at the moment, I think the bar's a bit low.
All right, yo, the bar's low.
The bar's in hell.
How about you, Lemzo? What would you say? You know what I mean? Like, are people operating on average, above, or below average? I'm
I
talking
think it's a
overall on
mixture,
a
innit?
whole.
I think it's a mixture.
Go on, explain yourself.
But I think, you know, yeah, like I said, yeah, there's some people out there that will be like, yeah, I think I'm average, as in like, yeah, overall, boom. But then you got, like you said, yeah, I actually agree with that point. Like what you said, yeah, most people nowadays, they are operating below average. And I think it's because they're watching other people as well. I think that, 100.
How about you, Ty? Above, below, or people actually serious when they say, listen, we're all average?
I think it's a bit technical. There's so many variables within what we will class as rating somebody. Like, are we talking about aesthetics? Are we talking about job? Are we talking about, obviously with aesthetics would include weight, right?
Yeah.
Weight, height, all those personality. If you're a horrible person, a likable person,
Everything on
So
Characteristics
it's
and all them things.
everything on the
taking
side.
everything in consideration, it's almost impossible to answer that question
Mm,
honestly as well, because a lot of people don't actually know themselves.
mm.
Like, we all put on a persona, not all of us, but most of us put on a persona when we're out in public.
Yeah.
So when we're taking that into consideration, are we rating ourselves honestly, or are we still within that realm of delusion? Then you have to take you're talking about below average. Majority of people are below average. Statistically, are we as bad as America when it comes to obesity? Fair enough.
why I said the West, really. I
Yeah.
think it's a Western issue as opposed to just isolated in the UK. There's a lot of similarities between the UK
Yeah,
and the
and
States.
yeah.
Yeah,
To be honest, I don't think that we're just as obese as America. I think the numbers will probably be much, much lower. Just from my own point of view, seeing people on the road, I don't really see many obese people
Yeah.
out there, to be fair.
I think, you know, that's a good point, I think. But, you know, I used to think the same thing as well until when I said, all right, let me go and check the stats. What's the average woman's dress size in the UK? Size 14. Now, looking,
14?
you might not, and again, that surprised me as well. I would have thought, it's probably 10s because,
Yeah,
you know, when
10,
you go to
12.
the shop, there's like loads of 10 clothes, you know, and probably one or two size 14s. But the reality is, obviously, someone's buying those 14s, and that is the average size
Yeah,
for women
but
in the UK.
yeah,
It's
but
going to be larger in America. Sorry.
Yeah, it'd definitely be
but,
larger.
But if you look at it, yeah, obviously I'm gonna be a little comedian now, right? but if you look at it, right, they might say the average size is 10, but don't forget, like a lot of people that's above their natural BMI is trying to squeeze themselves into them clothes there to try and look a bit more aesthetically pleasing.
That's true.
You understand where I'm
That's true.
coming from? And I'm not saying you're obese or you're fat. I'm just saying you're above
overweight.
your BMI,
Yeah.
and you're trying to put yourself into a size 10 when you're size 12 or size 14. You understand where I'm coming from? So obviously now that them clothes are getting sold off of the racks, obviously it feels into some fake stats. You understand? Where people are like, all right, then cool. Okay, because of the size 10s are going, there must be a lot more size 10s out there. Because they must have a way of working out, you know what I mean, the stats of, you know what I mean, like the
How
average.
they collect the data.
You
I think that's
understand?
interesting. I wouldn't think that they would just collect sample size from just like high street retailer and sales. I mean, a good way in my mind, I don't know this for a fact, but in my mind, I would think an accurate way of trying to record that would be from your medical.
Yeah, medical data.
That's
But-
it, your medical data.
But
So
isn't that confidential? Or
it is to a point.
yeah.
To a point, because your BMI stats is not revealing anything personal about you.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
so if I'm saying, you know, 24, 34, I'm just shouting out a whole bunch of numbers.
Yeah.
That doesn't say anything about you as the individual, your bank account. So certain information can be provided under, I believe,
Is it the census?
it's
Well, the
no,
census-
freedom
Yeah,
of information.
Yeah. Okay.
Freedom of
Yeah.
information. Aye. But anyway, listen. What I'm saying is this, right? You hear all this talk in society about, oh, you're just average. I'm above average. Entitled behavior from both men and women. Because I'm attacking both men and women, but obviously you get more that I'm above average behavior or average behavior from women. You understand where I'm coming from, right? And this is a problem we have in society where people believe they're more than they are. You understand? So it's like they tend not to want to work towards being better,
This one,
you know what I mean, or building better characteristics or values within themselves. You understand where I'm coming from? So true say this, as my learned friend point out, this delusion is happening in society. Most people think they're average or above, but realistically, when you look at it, majority of us are below. Like realistically, when you look at it, most of us are below average. We are not even operating close to our full potential. You understand where I'm coming from?
100%.
You get me? So yeah, I
Can
definitely
I add something?
work with my friend in the delusion level. It's high. The delusion level is high out here.
No, it's true. I think the delusion level as a whole is high, but I tend to see a lot more amongst my own sisters. I see a lot more with women. So we tend to go down the whole talking a good game, affirmation, manifestation. So if I speak kindly to myself, then I am that. That's what we actually believe, as opposed to the necessary work. Whereas I look at men, yes, you know, you do get some delusional men, but I find that men are going to be a little bit more realistic. You lot can say to each other, "Wow, you're getting a little bit fat. You need to hit the gym." Like, do you understand what I mean? Whereas women will not dare. Would be like, "Girl, you look good in that dress,"
Yeah.
and then to someone else. So, do you understand what I mean? Like, I find that we're more delusional. If you was to get 10 men and 10 women, and you was to ask them to rate themselves, you're more likely to get more 10s coming out of
Are
women
you
than
sure?
from men.
Are you
I
sure?
reckon.
Are you
so.
sure?
100%.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
You know why I
Are
say
you sure?
that?
No. Hold up. You know why I asked you for sure?
Yeah.
She got a man over here rating himself 9.5, blood. The
I didn't wanna-
delusion level is high.
I didn't want to say that, you know. I just kept that quiet.
I read. You see the second button, right? That purple button. Press the purple button. Emotional damage.
No, but then at the same time, if we check the stats, how many men are in the room? There's more men. There's more men than women. Yeah. So if the numbers were evened out, so even though he called himself a 10, you all rated yourselves more of an average. So that would even it out. If there was two other women here, there's probably a likelihood the two women will rate themselves higher.
Well, I had a 9.5. They'll say straight solid 10.
Well, brother, haven't you heard them when they say, "Oh, I'm an 11"? Haven't you heard them when they say, "I'm an 11"? Oh, I'm not on the scale.
Well, I would like to know what makes them in the. I'd like to. Wait.
It's our feelings.
I will tell you.
It's our feelings. It's how we feel.
Okay.
That too, and it goes deeper than that. It's called the man them, blood. The man them little Simpsons. Yeah, these Simpsons.
I agree.
Yeah, these Simpsons boost up them girl their head, boost them up so high that when they're below average, they think they are well above average.
Could they still get attention? That's why.
Exactly. Right? So just imagine something, right? Just imagine you're a girl and you come here and chill, right? Yeah. And me and you're vibing, things is going well. I'm the type of person, you say something, I'm going to correct you. You understand? But guess what? Likely scenario, you're probably going to get in your feelings. You don't have to stay here. You can cut. You get me? But guess what? There's some simp that's going to validate your behavior and tell you, that guy's talking rubbish. And then, you know what? You're probably tired of this simp just complimenting you. So you go to the next one. You feed off of that next shit. So no matter how much correction I want to give you, it's always somebody that's going to undo it.
True, but those are short-term affirmations. Those are short-term. So at the end of the day, our currency is for women is always going to be our attraction, in it. Yeah. So yeah, the more guys that validate our beauty, our aesthetics, it's almost like a dopamine hit, but it's just a short-term one.
Okay. Yeah.
You understand what I mean? So, and again, we've spoken about this a number of times. Like, there's so many women where we don't know how to differentiate the difference between sexual interest and actually a guy who's genuinely interested in you to see if you could be part of his team.
I think the attraction, or let's put it this way, the world dictates your value when it comes to aesthetics. So you have to base your rating on the results you get in the world. Because majority of women, even if she's average or below average, she's still getting some sort of attention from men. Versus men don't really get attention. Only the top tier men get attention on road. Because majority of the time, if not 99% of the time, men approach women. So we're used to rejection. We're used to living in reality and understand where we are on a dating market. Do you understand? So women are automatically they've grown up with this delusion, thinking that they're better than they are because they get multiple DMs, they get attention on roads. And you're talking about the dopamine effects. It is short term, but that delusion is long term.
Definitely. And I think that delusion is also perpetuated by where we are in society. I would say that we're in the age of a woman. So we've got so many laws, acts and things that kind of in favour of the woman. So you do have certain things that are always going to support our delusion. So like you said, well, if this guy doesn't validate me, there's always going to be another guy that's going to be quick enough to, do you understand what I mean? If I was to, and society as a whole, if I make a mistake as a woman, there's always going to be someone to tell me, oh no, don't worry, it's fine. So I don't, so there's always a buffer, so I don't ever really have to face reality. It's only until when I run out of options, and that usually tends to be when we get older. Life, exactly, so.
Sorry people, that was a disgusting
Emotional, damn it!
Chewing gum.
Nah.
You're violating, you know, I'm chewing gum, you know. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah? Can you hear her properly? Speak.
Yeah, testing? Perfect.
Look at this sound guy. I wish I had a camera to flip on the sound guy.
I know he's looking
Hey,
wavy.
Aye, people.
Looking wavy today.
People, look. People, look.
Hey.
Hey, look, people, right? This is my camera guy, right? This is Red. This guy has been with me since my first street interview, Fun since my first ever flipping
Bring it
video reaction. Fun since my first ever whatever. You understand? He did my first. He edited my first and my second music video. And trust me, we're on the way. We are coming this year.
Day one.
This year, like, I've got my momentum back. And trust me, nothing and no one can stop.
Amen.
Yeah, so people, we're going to bring you a lot of things this year.
Yes,
You understand?
yes.
We're even going to show you the approach game. We're even going to show you the approach game. Men, we're going to show you how to approach girl. You understand? It's simple. You get me? What you do after you get their attention, that's up to you, my brother. We can't give you the whole blueprint. I was even going to say blueprint. I can't give you the whole
blueprint.
She said it already.
I can't give you the
Work,
whole
man.
blueprint, right? And then obviously for the ladies, we're gonna also give you approach game, because I know you want to approach certain guys that you're attracted to, but you don't know how, in case that you might be looked upon as a lady of the night. You understand where I'm coming from? So we're gonna teach you how to approach, so you don't appear to be a lady of the night, so you can get some form of respect that you're looking for. You get me? I'm just saying, you know what I mean? It's silent business. You know what time it is. Oh, no, the show ain't done yet. Sorry, people.
I'm just a messenger, don't shoot.
The show ain't done yet, my bad.
Losing
I'm
his
just messing.
mind.
But what it is, the main topic is this, right? My friend Biss, but I call me a pick me. I can't really just switch overnight to Biss.
Yeah.
You understand? Right. She brought a topic to my attention the other day, right? I did actually, see it briefly pop up, headlines here, headlines there on TikTok, on YouTube, but I didn't really divulge into it because it seemed like, what do you call clickbait?
Yeah.
It seemed like clickbait, you understand? But obviously, it started popping up a bit too much. As I said, this brought it to my attention, right? And I'm going to let her bring you in. I'm going to let her break it down a little bit more because the details is a little bit hazy for me. But I'm going to start by saying this, right? 7 kids, 7 baby moms. Take it away, Biss.
Okay, then. So, like Silence said, so recently, there was a video that went viral, and it was of a young man. I think he's 27. His name is House of Hypocrites. I think that's his content name. And the video went viral for him telling his story about being a father to 7 children by 7 different women. Now, I think one of the key things that were kind of highlighted in that video was the fact that he was pointing out that he had told these women he didn't want to be a father, he didn't want the children, and he also offered to obviously give these women an abortion and pay for it. However, these women, refused, and so therefore they had the child. Now, the point that he's making is, well, I didn't want these kids, and so therefore, if you have the opportunity as a woman to say, it's my body and my choice, I should have the opportunity as a man to say, it's my life, my choice. So that I thought that would bring a good conversation, because I think since it's gone viral, it's kind of split people in different directions, and it's been quite interesting because I thought that the women would probably have a lot more uproar, but it seems like the men are the ones that feel like they want to hold him accountable for his actions. So I wanted to kind of just throw it to you guys. Like, I don't know if have you actually seen the content?
I've seen the video.
I already know what I'm about to say.
Okay.
I already know what I'm about to say, yeah? Okay, you say you don't want no children, yeah? Why didn't you learn after the first time to use protection?
Or the second time?
Or the second, or the third, or
the fourth.
fifth?
Okay, then. So can I ask something then? So as a man, how many options for contraceptives do you have?
Hold up. I big up to as a man because that's going to be used a lot, and that's going to probably be our thing, like Fresh and Fit. When they get them go, I feel like, right? This is probably going to be our thing on here. As a man, right?
You're banned from saying
you
that.
get me? I'm big up to as a man. You get me? Yeah, anyway, carry on. Sorry, bye.
Anyway, as a man, how many options of contraceptives do you have available to you?
1.
Okay, then.
2,
2.
maybe 3.
Okay,
I think with the male pill, I think they stopped trials
I didn't know about
because
that.
men were getting sterilized or they was actually dying. So I believe we have 2. You have the snip, which is obviously not 100%, and obviously you have the condom, which is close enough to 100%. So yeah, let's say 2, but realistically 1, because a lot of young people are not gonna go get a
Actually,
snip.
do
Are
have 2,
you?
you know. I actually made the second one still. Common sense is the second
With the hopes,
Okay.
yeah, with the hopes. So
Okay,
that
so
would be
we've
yours.
got so
Yeah.
we've got hope and a condom is your contraceptives basically. So those are the
Basic.
options that you've got as a man. All right then. So now I'm going to ask the question: what are the options for contraceptives available to women?
Yeah, women's got loads.
Most of all, in
They
the over 20.
Okay then.
Yeah.
And so you both said that he, obviously he made a mistake the one time. Okay, we can give a part to that one,
Mm.
but the second and the third time.
For it to happen that many times, yeah, I'm telling you, he was going on reckless. He knew what he was doing.
Okay
Just-
then, but then what about if you as a man, you put on a condom? Yeah.
Yeah.
So you've just acknowledged that there's only 2 contraceptives available
Yeah.
to you at your easy disposal.
Yeah.
You've taken one of them, which is the condom.
Mm.
You use the condom.
Mhm.
The condom bursts.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that can happen, but come on, 7 times. It
Let's
that-
take away the number from it, and let's just look at it as in, just the act itself and what I've described there.
Okay.
So who's responsible? Where does the responsibility go from that point?
Yeah, so when you've taken precaution, you put on a condom now, and accidents happen. It's now in the woman's, it's in her hands. It's in her best interest to be like, look, the condom's bust. You clearly wore a condom because you don't want to have children with me. So it's her duty as a woman who now has 100% of responsibility to take some sort of action, whether it be the morning after pill, whether it be abortion would be later stage, but take the morning after
To be
pill.
honest, you shouldn't even need to get to the abortion stage.
Nah,
If you take the
100%.
pill, you know what I mean?
yeah,
Yeah.
it shouldn't get that far.
So I think that's a good point. And so now,
very
if
good
the
point.
woman has taken, so as a man, you've done the do, the condom bust,
Yeah.
but you've now acknowledged that the choices now sits with her.
Yeah.
You have a conversation. You say to her, you don't want any children.
Mhm.
Yeah. And then she changes her mind and says or she decides that she actually does want to have the child.
You know what? Yeah.
Where does that leave you as a man, and where does the accountability and the responsibility sit within that?
Oh, that's a tricky one.
That's
Me personally as a man, I will obviously take the responsibility of that child if she wants to bring it to term. I might not like it, might have been out of my hands, and she clearly obviously trapped me for whatever reason. As a man, me personally, I would have to take care of my my duties. But yeah, that's a mad one.
I mean,
As
that's
it's- yeah.
wild. That's such a wild imbalance to hear that
Yeah.
your life is taken away from you, even
Yeah.
though you've taken.
yeah.
Because let's be honest with you, not all sex is going to lead to procreation.
No.
Sometimes it's
No.
just for the fun. So if
Yeah.
you as a man have said, I'm going to put on the Jimmy hat, that's the most I can do as a man. From that point onwards, if that woman changes her mind, your life is now completely changed. You're now,
You're
Yeah,
following for
Yeah.
but you have to remember, you can't blame the child for her
but then who do we blame then if there were blame to be placed?
100% on the woman. 100%. You can't
In
deny
that
that.
situation there, I'm not gonna lie. It would be the woman.
Yeah, it'd be the woman. You've worn a condom. You've told her you don't want to have any children with this woman. It's
And
just for fun, recreational
And
use.
she has so many options to
Yeah.
prevent that from happening, and then you don't even go along with it. That's just kind of unfair, innit? That's a slap in the face to the man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
what I'm
and
saying.
as it stands now, the law is in favor of the woman, so she can put you on child support.
Yeah, and if you
Well,
don't pay child support,
You go to jail.
You can't. You get your what's it called? Your passport cancelled or something like that. It says something like that. Yeah.
I know in
Yeah.
America, I think, you can't travel.
I think
something
it's
like
here
that
as
if
well,
it's-
you know.
Is it the same thing here as well?
Yeah.
Oh,
I think
wow.
they put that in place still. If you don't pay for your children, you can't leave the country.
It's wild.
I'm sure in America you go to jail.
All right.
Serious,
Serious
yeah.
business.
Well, wait, yeah, America is just full of this jail
Okay,
talk.
okay, okay.
They send you to jail for anything. bro.
Listen, people, I don't mean to interrupt you. You guys seem like you was having
Yeah,
fun,
it's
but
just getting
obviously
real there, you know.
I was on
on,
my
come
phone
on.
sending out some
Go on,
blasts.
give us some SP.
And what did you say? What
You
did
weren't
you say
listening.
about the guy? No, please remind me, but summarize quickly.
What do you want me to summarize?
Summarize. Is the guy wrong? Is he right?
Yeah, I
Like,
think we kind of
like
went
what
off
he did.
topic. We talked about
Oh,
us
yeah,
personally,
yeah.
but yeah.
Like I said, yeah.
Just
If
quickly run through.
if it happened the first time, how you not learn from the second, third, fourth time?
Look at me.
And that
Aye, did
I'm
you
not
get
gonna
a
lie,
picture
for
of
it to
that
happen.
back, fam? Did you get a picture of that back, fam?
Jeez. Are you trying to get me in trouble?
I'm just messing down. I'm fucking with you.
look here. Hear what I'm saying, yeah. Let me just say, as a real man, yeah. Let me just hear what Lemzo's saying, yeah.
Yeah, the man them said on chat for a little bit.
Look, you see me?
I know.
If
That's literally what I was doing.
Yeah.
If
That's literally what I was doing.
If I was in that situation and it happened, at least 2 times, I'm not learning, that would never reach the 7th, fam.
They're literally friends.
That means he loves to have unprotected sex,
Mm.
and obviously he expects the woman not to keep the child.
Mm.
But where he fucked up is that when a woman has a child, growing inside her, it connects to that connection, innit? So you can't really then turn around and say, "Oh, I don't want no children," if you're not willing to protect yourself, fam. Big man thing. I'm not gonna lie to you, fam. That I'm like, 7 times.
In the video.
I don't think it's anything to do.
Alright, cool.
7 times.
I understand your point of view, trust me, you don't need to summarize anymore. How about you, Ty?
Okay, we didn't even get into it. We kind of went into our own personal opinion on what we would do. But I actually watched the video again on my way here.
Let me see the video.
That's
Have
up
you got
to
the
Silent
video?
Business if he wants to show you the video.
I ain't seen the video, bro.
I should have told you to watch the video before
I
we
should.
started. But
I definitely
should
should have
say
told
it,
you
yeah.
to. But honestly, the video is basically what the title is.
Okay.
yeah,
The video is basically what the title
Let
is.
me
But
see if I can
obviously, he
summarise
goes
it.
into his own words of breaking it down. innit?
Yeah.
so
but-
hopefully I can summarize what he said in his video. So he's saying that he's got 7 baby mums, and I believe he's got 7 children. He said from the beginning, he told them that he don't want no kids. Long story short. And only these 7 women chose to have the children for him. All the other women he slept with didn't. They either had
Okay,
a-
so it could have actually been more.
yeah, so
Therefore, reckless,
He's-
fam.
he paid for the abortions, he paid for Plan B, all that kind of
Yeah.
stuff.
So
Me watching this video now, this guy seems like he's not all doing it head. There's some sort of
Yeah.
mental disorder going on.
it's cheaper to pay for protection than fucking abortions, bruv.
Seriously.
What the hell?
Because my man actually said,
Stretch your leg, yeah.
Yo,
Oh, I feel.
somebody call the police. Yo, big man
Relax
thing,
yourself,
yo.
man, you're rude,
my
innit?
man actually said, I don't give a F.
Huh?
Hit me,
He
no.
said he don't give a F
So,
about
so
these children.
he must love fucking feeling broke then. Because I know abortions is not cheap in America.
But the thing is, he said that he's not. Yeah, this is it. Yeah, some of them have been trying to get in contact with me, and I'm hearing it. Blah blah.
Access denied.
Yeah, access denied.
I thought that was hilarious.
So for me, the whole video didn't sit right with me. The first time I watched it, I couldn't watch it all. I was like, this guy is mentally ill. Like, there's something wrong with this youth.
Tap, bro.
And then on my way here, I had to
Yo.
watch it again just
Yeah.
for this.
Yeah.
And it's like, I was kind of torn on my way here. Like, you know what? He did tell them really and truly. But
That's
on
not
the other
point,
hand,
man.
when you gonna learn? Like, you did it
Uh,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7
Yes.
times. And like, you got no consideration that you've got a you out there now. That's half of you.
Exactly.
And you're telling the camera that you don't give a F
You know,
about them.
Exactly. Imagine your youth's gonna see that as well. You're gonna actually like destroy your youth's life, fam. When your youth turns out fuck up, you're gonna be like, oh, you know what I
Exactly.
mean?
So-
it's your own reckless
I hear
behavior,
that.
innit?
But on again,
Go on.
on the other side, the woman's side of it now, she has to take accountability. Like, he told you from the get go,
Okay, yeah, no, that's
he
actually
don't want
true.
no children, but you still chose to have these children.
Yep.
I can understand. I can blame him more if it was in the sense of he had 7 baby mums and he keep going back and forth and getting them pregnant,
Yeah.
and the baby mums know about each other. Then I'd be like, you know what, 100% accountability on you.
Yeah.
You know this man is sexually irresponsible. As baby mums, you lot are allowing him to come back
But
and
what if
forth
they
between
didn't?
all 7 of you and have kids. But he's going one after one after one after another.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming none of the women previously know about
That's
the
what
other
I'm gonna
baby
say.
mums.
Yeah.
What,
yeah.
if,
So-
what if they didn't?
Yeah, so he's coming to a new woman. So he's come to a new woman saying, look, I don't want no children, but he's still shooting up her shot.
Mm.
And then he's running off. So every woman don't know about the previous woman. So I have to say, you know what? The majority of the responsibility and accountability has to be on him.
That's interesting because you know what, me hearing that as a woman, I'm like, no, because you know why I asked the question. What if he did?
This. Before you land, let me chime in. Before you land, let me chime in.
Go on.
Why?
You know what it is?
Mm.
I fully understand what you're saying. And Ty, I more than understand what you're saying because I know you analyze things, right? Lemzo is speaking from just a man's point of view of if he would have his child, what he would. You understand where I'm
Not
coming
even
from?
just that though.
But listen to what I'm saying,
But he'll,
right?
yeah.
You have to watch what's happening. If I come to you, Lemzo, and say, bro, literally we can get £1 million tonight, fam.
Yeah.
But guess what? There's like a 90% chance of us getting caught and doing 25 years to life.
Mm-hmm.
What you gonna say? No, genuinely, answer the question.
I'll be
What you
honest
gonna
with
say?
you, it's not worth it, fam. The risk.
It's not worth it, innit?
No, it's not, blood. 90 what? Risk for what? That for 25 years?
You literally just answered your own question,
Can't
fam.
even free yourself in this country from being locked up, bro.
But you see the point I was trying to make, right? My man came to them and say, listen, yeah, I'll fuck you, beer back. Pardon my French. I will clap the cheeks, beer back. Do you want my
No, I
man?
hear
Hold
that.
up, hold up. My man came to them and gave them the ultimatum. They agreed. So if
They
you
agreed.
get 25 years to life, you cannot blame me, bro.
But it's
I
it's-
came to
it's still his
you.
fault,
No,
though.
no. Listen to what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I came to you with an ultimatum, bro. Right? If you decide to embark on this journey, you cannot blame me, bro. You cannot blame me if you get in trouble. You cannot do that. You know this. But let's put it on a woman and a man's terms. I come to you and say, yo, baby girl, you look good. I want to clap them cheeks. But guess what? I don't like condom. I'm rolling beer back. And guess what? If I get you pregnant, I don't want to have nothing to do with it. And if you say yes, how can you, as the woman, ever hold that man accountable?
But how do we even know she even said yes?
But this is, bro, like clearly these women said yes because he's not graping them. He didn't grape the women, so they
No, no,
clearly said
yeah.
yes.
So can
You
I,
understand?
Can I add a little bit
But it
further?
might have been the thing like they might have just maybe she likes bareback too and they just want to have fun.
Bro,
But then he should have known that
Bro,
being bareback
listen.
here, you're gonna be risking being
this,
a father.
this is
blood.
what I'm telling you, that 90% chance that I was explaining
Yeah,
to you, brother.
Yeah, you understand.
You understand? She understood
You
that 90%.
understand.
Bro, she overstood that 90% chance, but they still went to take it anyway. So how the hell could you ever,
So guess
regardless if that man wants to walk
Aye.
away, right? How can you ever hold him accountable?
guess what? Yeah, this conversation is coming like Arsenal and Manchester United trying to win. Right now, yeah, it's a draw. It's 50-50 now. They're both in the wrong.
No.
No,
There's only
no,
one person in
There's
the
one
wrong
person in
here.
the wrong, but in a sense, yeah, it's kind of like
There's two people in the wrong.
there's two people in the wrong. I know the man is the one that's in the wrong. He's the one that
Ethically.
said it. He said, "I don't want children."
Yeah.
So if you don't want children, like I said, probably like 10 times
Put a
now, in
condom on.
this thing, put a flipping.
But let me
condom
ask you a
on.
question, bro. If I don't want children,
Yeah.
right? Let me ask you a question.
Well then,
Can I grape you? I can't grape you or like this
No.
scenario, I'm going to go prison and do some
Well,
time.
you know what you should have
hold
done?
Up, hold up, let me finish. If I grape you like this scenario, I'm going to go prison and do some time. The woman always has to say yes to open her legs. No matter what no matter what a man wants to say, I can convince you God's going to come down and save you and purify you if you open your legs for me. You understand? No matter what it is, she has to say yes. The onus is on this woman. I cannot take that vagina unless you give it to me, bro. I could say anything.
true.
But
And how many other men have said anything and got that vagina and you still had the same outcome?
I lie.
So why the hell are you going to... And I've told you now, these other men have probably lied to you about they'll be there for you. But now I'm the man that's coming to you and say, listen, if anything happens, I don't want nothing to do with it. You understand? And if you choose to lay down with this man and even keep the onus is on you as the woman, brother. It's your decision, your body, your choice. Your body, your choice. My wallet, my legs. You're right, I'm keeping it moving. You understand?
Do you know what? Also, what he was,
I'm just saying.
he was
No,
into.
no. That was the way you brought that down. That was
It's true.
it's true, blood.
Like he was interviewed on a another content creators platform, and one thing
Anton
that he
Daniels.
said, Anton Daniels platform, and it was a great stream if you guys ever check it out.
Yeah, I'll check him.
What was interesting was he said that out of all the women that he had slept with, not one of them had asked him to put on a condom. Now, as far as I'm concerned, as a woman, when I'm thinking, if we walk around and we say our bodies are temple, so that means I'm the CEO of the hottest club in town, and I let you access in for free, without checking your ID, without any extra security or protection. So, far as I'm concerned, in life there's double standards, and you and I always talk about the double standards amongst genders. There's double standards that benefit you as a man, and there's double standards that benefit me as a woman. That's just the facts of life. One of the things that can benefit you as a man is, guess what? You can just go in, have sex, and keep it moving, and you don't feel anything. You don't feel anything.
That's for some men.
That's
for some men.
You'd say some men.
Some men.
Okay, all right. I'm
Bro,
not
in
a man, so I'm not going to die on that hill.
But I'm a man though.
Okay.
I'm a man.
What makes it some men?
I'm a man though.
Some men.
In England, it's not like America where they can even just say you're the dad and there's no DNA test and they lock up. Yeah. In England, bro, let's be honest. We're living in the UK.
Yeah.
How many men have walked away and ain't even had to pay even a penny of child support? Child support don't even run them down, blood. You understand where I'm coming from?
I wouldn't know anyways.
I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you from what I know, bro. You understand? There's a lot of men walking away in the UK, bro. Child support is not like in the flipping America, bro, where they're after you. You don't even have to be the dad.
They're after you.
And they're after you, bro.
So why the DNA's prove that he's not the dad?
Brother, from you sign on that birth certificate, it don't matter. In the USA, it doesn't matter. In the UK, it's different. Man can literally walk
the UK
away.
is
bro.
not seeing me. Sorry, American girls.
But guess what? But
You
guess
guys not
what?
seeing
But guess
me.
what? But guess what? But guess what? When the man walks away, like, obviously it's not nice, but they get help. Regardless, they get help. You know, I'm just saying. But anyway, back onto your point that you was making.
But even, I think, but you know what I was saying about the double standards?
Yeah.
I'm just talking about let's just strip it away from the social aspect. Let's look at it from a biological aspect. You can shoot up loads of women's club and keep it moving, right? But the women themselves are stuck with the baby, right? So when we're looking at the double standard, that sex benefits you as a man. Doesn't necessarily benefit me as a woman. Yeah. But then there are also aspects in things in life where I might get into the club for free, or I might get certain things because I'm a woman, which is not going to. Do you understand what I mean? So in life, the double standards kind of balance themselves out. Now, in this regards, when it comes to, I see you shaking your head. I want to hear your thoughts, Ty. But like in regards to, no, it's good. I want some pushback because at the end of the day, like,
Of course.
I'm still learning in it. So we're all growing here. But the way I see it as a woman, if I'm saying that I value myself and my body, if I'm gonna let you as a man, you're an opportunist, just to a certain element. All you want is maybe even just sex. You might want something more, but from a baseline animalistic primitive level,
A good time.
it's sex. So now me as a woman, it's my thing to now vet you or to see if you want me past more than that. So if I'm just letting you come in the club and I'm not even telling you to put on a condom or anything else, as far as I'm concerned, the responsibility sits with me. In terms of if you get me pregnant, guess what? I've got all these contraceptions to choose from.
Well,
And
this
the
one-
last resort is an abortion.
46, bro.
Yeah?
46 forms of birth control. Do you understand? Listen to what I'm saying. A man has what, one or two? You understand? These women have 46 forms. Do you understand?
46.
Deep what you're hearing, bro. So what the hell can be an excuse in this modern society, right, for you to make mistakes like this, but then not hold yourself accountable? Like, deep what's going on? So it's not like man is like, oh, the man said what he said, woman must be accountable. There's reasons we're trying to hold women accountable. You understand? When you're dealing with BS, like, somebody's got to correct you. Like,
Of course.
tell you, like, wow, you're
Of
moving
course.
mad. You understand?
Yeah.
How you moving mad? How you wrong and still trying to be strong?
You can't do that.
You
man.
understand? How are you wrong and still trying to be strong?
You talking about the men?
I'm talking about the women, bro. How are you wrong
Well,
and
you can-
still trying to be
But I
strong?
want to hear Ty.
But
'cause
yeah,
he
Ty,
said that.
Ty,
Please,
sorry,
please, yeah.
Ty.
It's all-
Come in
Same way
because
man them do too.
I like hearing when Ty speaks, you know, because sometimes it makes you think. I can't lie.
Yeah.
I'm just trying
Go
to
into it.
kind of pull it into a line where I can kind of just articulate what I want to say. because it's all over the place. We're assuming that he's telling the truth on video. We're assuming that what he's telling us is the truth. Say he's saying that he doesn't want to have kids, blah blah blah. He might be sweet talking these women. Do you understand? And they might be falling in love with this guy, and he's just breeding them and running off.
Facts. That's true. That's true. That could
Maybe
be a
he's trying to
point.
trap them.
That could be a
So
point.
can I? Oh, actually, no. Go on, continue.
Okay.
I don't want you to
Appreciate. Cheers. So the reason why I say you have to hold both of them accountable is because it's
triggered.
No, I just wanted to counteract that, but no, it's cool. So let me hold it in. Sorry.
the responsibility and accountability is twofold. Obviously, these women is your body, your choice.
Yeah.
He told you, hypothetically, let's say he did tell them the truth, yeah? He told you that he don't want no kids and he ain't going to be around there. Fair enough. They chose to have the children. Women bear the brunt of giving birth to children. But on a moral and an ethical side of things, he's shown himself not to be a good person. He's got some sort of mental disorder, because nobody that has a good heart would do such a thing. You now have children. You say you don't want children, but you had sex unprotected, and now you do have children. Whether you want to be in their lives or not, you do have children. So he has no responsibility to his community. You now have children out there that are fatherless. Not one, but 7 children out there that's fatherless. So he's part of the problem when it comes to the African American community. It's like, we know the statistics show that when the father is not in the child's life, they're more than likely to be in jail, over emotional, quick to violence, all these types of things. So he's not even thinking about that. He's just thinking about himself. So that's why I said, yeah, the woman holds the responsibility for having children and so forth. She should take accountability, all 7 women. But him, on an ethical stance, he should hold some sort of accountability to his race and his community. That's how I feel.
See, and that's an interesting point, but I still see more of a problematic issue with the women, because there's 7 women and there's only 1 man.
Yeah.
And so when we're talking about the community, I mean, again, that's going to be a number of people. I'm still looking at the problematic. It's still 7 people versus 1 person.
Yeah.
1 person I can understand and say, do you know what? There are bad people in the world. There are going to be rotten eggs, and and he's one of them. So definitely. But the problem issue here is
he really?
there's 7 women. Exactly. Even that to a point, because even though you mentioned, and this is why I wanted to quickly say something, because you mentioned, we don't know what he said to the women. It's true. We're only taking his account for it.
Yeah.
He could be talking all sweet and nice to them and everything else. But then I want to know, what types of relationships are we having, and at what period as a woman do you now say, do you know what, I feel secure in this, I'm going to actually give you my child? Because that's that is the, as far as I'm concerned, that is the highest thing I can give you as a man. Is my womb, is your seed. Do you understand? So what kind of relations are we doing? What terms are we doing this on? To me, it all seems very hasty. So again, as a woman, I'm hearing this. I find it so problematic that a lot of people are quick to go and put the man accountable. But I'm like, there's a number of women here, and in society, no one looks at the women for the most part. Like, we can see the one guy, and he's saying, I am that. He's telling you who I am. And when I respect people who tell you who they are. I'm a piece of shit. Now, not being funny, as a woman, like, what again? How are we vetting guys that come to us? Is it because he looks good? Is it because he's tall? Is it because he? Do you understand what I mean? We've got to really start to scrutinise that. And then also you mentioned about the single parentness in terms of obviously without the father in their life and everything else. But again, it's these women that chose that life.
100%.
They brought this brought children into this world. So when we look at statistics, there's more single parent mothers. And these single mothers, and again, we look at that, they contribute to being delinquents in society. They either fill up the prisons or they either become single mothers themselves again. And thus, we're just repeating the cycle. So to me as a woman, I'm like, no, I'm sorry. We sit here and we always look at the man. 1 man, 7 women. And if we're going to talk about community, I'm sorry, the community is the 7 women.
Yeah.
Not the 1 man. The 1 man we can ostracize. Do you understand what I mean? It's the 7 women. And because it just goes unnoticed, unspoken, untouched, it continues to happen. So my position is I will always put the accountability on a woman.
You know what's mad?
Hey.
I read. Press the top button on your left.
I'm just a messenger.
Don't shoot. Listen, miss, you know what time it is. But it's true though, yeah? So this is how I'm trying to break it down to you, man. I get it, right? We've grown up in a certain, you know, like, you know what it is? How old are you, Ty?
35.
I'm 37. How old are you, Lemson?
27.
27, right? But we grew up in a certain era where it's like,
Well, you're not going to ask me my age.
oh,
40. I'm 39.
no, this is young still.
39.
No, I'm going to be 40 in 2 weeks.
Hey, fam, are you trying to flirt or something?
Let him flirt, man. It feels good.
Bro, this is the same shit we're talking about, about boosting ego. You're going to go in the friend zone, blood. I'll up to you, fam. No, fam, we can't be dealing with no friend zone, blood. You get
The
me?
conversation silent, but why you a hater like?
Bro, like, come on,
Guys,
fam.
You see what's going on there, yeah?
What's wrong with this fish?
He's not say fish. He just shout.
But nah, honestly, man, it's like, you know what it is? My man's just doing what he wants to do. Just living his way.
It's very
And
selfish.
From what he's saying, that, listen, these are my tools. I'm going to use them to gain the best advantage I can. Right?
The best advantage.
I can, but guess what? These women didn't even have a decent defense. They allow him to just bust through their lines.
Not one asked him to put on a
You
condom.
understand? They allowed him
Yeah, that's what they
to
fucked up.
bust
I
through
can't
their
lie.
line. But guess what? Because what I'm saying is this. Men are always going to hunt for vagina. And we're going to get it you man them know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
We're going to get it almost by any means. Almost. Remember? Hey, people, I said almost. We don't do the grape of the essay. We don't deal with the grape of the essay. Right? But we're going to get it by almost any means necessary. Regardless, we have to sweet talk you. We have to be dishonest with the thing. Regardless, we have to tell you, you are the
the
most
main
beautiful
objective.
creature we've ever seen, and you're the ugliest thing. But because you got back and breast, listen, we want to slide you. You understand? We want to slide you. We will tell you the most heinous things you want to hear. You understand? Because you like that toxic shit. But guess what? At the end of the day, it's up to you as a woman to vet a man and decipher, is this man legitimate? If I was to jump and sit down on the eggplant and an accident was to happen, right, would this man be a good support system for me going forward? These are the things that you really have to weigh up. You understand? I'm not saying don't weigh up if he looks good or he's not whipping or whatever, but it's going to be a good support system. You understand where I'm coming from? Yeah? Because I get it. Pleasure's all nice. I like it without condoms. I ain't going to pretend. And that thing's sweet. But even me at times have to wrap up, bros. Because right now, I'm trying to build towards something. I'm not trying to just let the money slip through my hands. Especially with no reckless chick. You understand? And I can't keep blaming the chick as well, even though they got the onus. You understand? Because they have the yes or the no. Right?
It's both sides, man.
At times, men have to stop being a little bit too desperate. Men have to stop being a little bit too desperate, right? And at least try to choose decent women, right?
Like trying to
Because
tell a lie
we
to
no,
be
no,
hungry.
no, listen to what I'm saying. No, listen to what I'm saying. We can't pretend as man that we can't go a month or two without vagina. You understand where I'm coming from? So
like I said before,
within
he's-
even that month, you're a logical man. You can vet a decent gal. I'm not talking within the 2 weeks and smash, because as I said, you can smash and have accidents. And because you don't really like what she is, you run away from your responsibility as a man. You understand? So at the same time, I know we're hunting. And I know, bro, sometimes that feeling is overwhelming that we must clap something. You get me? But guess what? As my guy keeps pointing out, there's something that's posting up clarity. And then you realize, oh shit, yeah, I don't want to be here.
I don't even
You understand
like
where I'm coming from? So guess what? You can beat that for all a month. You understand? But just let her know Wagwan. You know in yourself Wagwan. You get me? And if it makes sense, yeah, fucking impregnate it, bruv. Because there's not many good women like you about that's actually going to make sense to be my baby mom. And I know you're going to put in the work. You understand? To educate my child. Also when him or her comes home from school or whatever the case is, you're not going to badmouth me, even though man's out there putting in the work. You're not going to badmouth me because I missed this weekend. You understand where I'm coming from? So at the same time, women can vet, but also men can do a little bit of vetting. Because guess what? You have cheeks on the side clapping anyway. So why can't you vet a decent girl? Like, let's be honest. You got cheeks on the side clapping. So this is why I got that abundance mindset. It allows me to vet other gal. If I got one or two stray ladies of the night, shall I say, on the side. You understand where I'm coming from?
Of course.
So sometimes men do put themselves in predicament because they're too desperate.
And that's my point. He's being sexually irresponsible. Because we're talking about pregnancy.
Yeah.
But at no point have we mentioned STDs.
Yeah.
Like AIDS, herpes, all that kind of things.
that shit.
Like he's not even thinking about that. He's just thinking, oh,
You just want
I'm gonna be a bareback, and
No,
if you get pregnant,
both of them.
both of them.
No, neither of them. I agree with
yeah,
that.
both of them. So again, you have to hold him accountable for himself. Like he's gonna learn. Like life is gonna teach him a lesson.
So can we really say that there's one person in
Mm.
trouble then now? Because everything seems to be balancing up.
Bro,
I wouldn't say it's balanced. There's
No, there's still
percentage-wise-
some little
Oh,
unbalance.
7 to 1.
Oh, shizzle,
That
shizzle,
ain't- that ain't balanced.
shizzle. Oh, biz, sorry.
shizzle.
With it.
No, I'm just saying.
Hey.
Say what is he
Hey,
saying?
hey, Ma Sizzle, you sell me out, you know, fam. I'm watching you, fam.
Hey, Sizzle.
But listen, the reason why I say that, we didn't even touch upon something.
Hold on.
Remember, don't. Are you forgetting the married woman, bro?
I was gonna
What
get to
married
that.
woman?
I was gonna get to that. Okay,
Oh, you
then.
didn't even get to the married
No.
woman.
So one of the women that he that was obviously pregnant by him is married.
Treacherous.
Oh, this is the second video you're talking
She
about.
pulled the streets.
Oh,
So
okay,
he was
okay,
interviewed by Anton. So this is how all
Oh,
this
okay, okay, yeah.
information.
I
So
hear about that.
so really and truly, okay then. So
That's
at the
dangerous.
moment, only one of the women was tested, which is the married woman.
Mm.
So he knows for sure that's his child.
Okay.
As for the other 6 women, they've not been tested.
Okay.
So even though he's saying he's got 7 kids, we don't know if
Neither does
so
he.
Probably all
he doesn't know if
reckless
those kids are his.
themselves, like.
However, all but one, which
Okay.
he's got the blood test for. However, she's married, and she chose to keep the
Wow.
baby and also raise the child with her husband, and the husband doesn't know that that child is not his.
There's a lot going on. A lot of men are raising kids that are not theirs, especially in America.
Man.
I mean, in the world, because I
Yes.
remember when I was like looking at the stats for the UK, and you can't find it, and I was thinking, how come you can't find it? And the statistician said that the reason why you're not going to really find an actual global figure on the amount of the exact number of paternity fraud, the reason being is because they're trying to protect society. From when I read that,
From what?
to protect
Precisely.
society, from protect society, because if the men find out it's not their kids, the
Oh, okay,
women,
yeah,
and
yeah,
then the
fair
children,
enough.
the whole family is
Okay, yeah,
destroyed.
yeah, fair
So
enough, yeah.
when they say protect society, that tells me that that number must be extremely high.
Very high.
Because if not, then release it.
Hello?
Mm.
Yeah,
Hello?
That's true.
Release the bomb
So- I mean, we can talk about
That's
men
nice.
being hungry. We can talk about, I understand, de-discipline and all of that thing. I think that's your own journey and that's your own choice as men. I don't really have any opinion on that. That's your own
Right,
thing, innit?
The only reason I say that, right? The only reason I say that, because too much men complain about women being bad baby moms. You understand? Too much men complain about, because they willingly choose and thought, you know what, I can impregnate you, seeing that you're going to be a good baby mom. Too much men complain about women being bad baby moms. I mean, you can at least choose
Yeah.
a decent woman to be the mother of your child.
Do you know what? It's true, but then
You
I
understand?
it's
No,
true.
I'm not trying to say the woman misaccountable. I'm just saying because we're hunting. We're hunting. We can hunt to choose the meal we want to fucking eat. We can hunt to choose to eat an antelope as lions, or we can choose to want to flip and eat a rabbit. You understand where I'm coming from? As the lion, we can choose what we want to eat. But it depends on scarcity as well. Right? But these lions, like, come on, they got a plethora of rabbits, deers, wild mule, I understand, zebras. You understand where I'm coming from? These
True.
hunters can choose as well. Understand? And don't forget, right? The prey ain't just gonna be like eat unless you literally
Unless you're
can't
that
move.
guy. Unless you're that guy, then maybe.
Unless you're that lion.
Yeah.
You understand where I'm coming from, right? I'm just saying, right? Women do have access to sex, but at the same time, men do have access to what the hell they want to hunt.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So honestly, listen, I'm flipping hard on men. right? Because as men, we are supposed to be the leaders of society. And if you're trying to lead by example, it's not a great example when you're constantly being desperate. You understand? You can't even control like your sexual urges. I'm not saying all the time, dude. Like, don't get it twisted. Like that shit's hard. You understand? But I'm saying you got choices as a man, innit? You get me? You can actually choose. I get it. You probably like fat women, right? You could choose a decent fat woman that's going to be a decent baby mama at least.
Ooh, can I? All right. So as I'm hearing all of this, yeah,
I'm
I'm thinking to myself, I'm looking at the female nature, and there's an element of the female nature which is very chaotic, and it's like a lottery, yeah. So where this thing where you give us sperm, you don't know whether you're gonna get a boy or girl, twins, black, white. You might get a recessive gene from 2 generations throwback. Like that's our nature as women. We're very random, yeah. We incubate a lot of randomness. So I hear what you mean in terms of vetting the woman. Yeah?
Yeah.
But then there's also an element where you don't know how that woman is going to be as a mother. Remember I said to you on the
You
phone,
got a point.
To a certain extent.
there's a random element of it. And the only reason I say that is because I see it even when I look at some of my friends who are mothers as well. And there's certain things that they said that they won't do, whereas you see them now, and it's because of our feelings. We can say one thing today, tomorrow we're not the same.
Hormones.
So it's our hormones. That's and that's another thing that adds to our chaos element. And that's also what makes us beautiful. So it's not like it's all doom and gloom. But I'm saying that part of saying, oh yeah, you know, I hear a lot of guys complaining about the mothers of their children, so they should pick better. I agree with that. But I'm also saying there's a part of a female nature where you don't know until you've actually reached that element. Yeah? Remember I said to you that when we were talking about relationship, Pickers, why aren't you with someone, or why aren't you sleeping around, or and bust it open, like, in, you know? Yeah. And I said to you, the reason why I wouldn't do that is because I understand I'm not going to be able to have these conversations with you guys. I'm not going to be able to speak from an element of truth because I'm going to be triggered because I have opened my legs. I'm dealing with a guy. I might not know what's going on. Do you understand what I mean? So there's an element. In it, a lady of the night. But because like my heart sits between my legs, so from the moment that's being attacked or being pounded or being dealt with in a certain way, that's also going to impact in the way I carry myself and how I communicate as a woman. So that's the reason why I don't do it, because of that. Because I want to be, if I believe in what I'm talking about, I also need to be the embodiment of that. Do you understand what I'm saying? So there's an element of us that I'm saying that's chaotic. And even I've said to you that even as much as I can speak the way that I do, it's going to be different when I get into a relationship with a man, when I'm emotionally involved with him. So I might need to pull back. And this is where I'm going to say, I'm going to need to fall under the guidance of certain men around me that I trust, whether it be my brothers, my uncles and stuff. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. Because I understand that element of me. Right now I'm rational, but when I'm emotional, it makes no sense. So when we're talking about a woman and we're saying, oh, a good mother, all I'm just saying is leave room to the element that there's also an aspect of us women that is a question mark. It's chaotic. It could be this, or it could be that. So
I would say there's a small question mark, because you have to remember, I don't know whether you're going to agree with me, but character is static. Like, people's character don't really change. So there is an element where if you're getting to know somebody, you're going to see that person's character. You're going to see if that person's a humble person. You're going to see if that woman's a masculine woman. That he's a kind of a beta male. You can perceive these things. You can understand and determine whether this person is going to be a good father.
Yeah, but I hear what you're saying. But nowadays days, I don't mean to cut you. I'll let you chime back in. But nowadays days, a lot of people are working hard to fake these characteristics. You understand where I'm coming from? And obviously we're in a fast-paced society where a lot of people ain't really got time. You know, I mean, it's just get what I can quickly, whether it's just a smash and grab.
And that's the issue. We live in a society where people just want things right now and they don't want to work towards anything. So I advise people to vet people much longer than you would, especially when it comes to having sex as well. You don't need to have sex within the first month with somebody. Like, if you're saying that, it's my body, my choice, and this is a temple, then wait. Do you understand? What's the rush? Get to know this person, especially if you got plans of having unprotected sex as well. Like, vet this person's character. Have they got a stable job? Have they been in jail before? Like, who are their friends? You need to do some sort of FBI work. Like,
and what he said, a dude would be annoyed I'm not gonna pretend. I'm gonna say what it is. A dude would be annoyed waiting for a month or two, but guess what? You would have gained a level of respect, right? And the only how you're gonna gain that level of respect is if you and I are communicating on a consistent basis. Not that you and I are communicating and you reply to me whenever you want in 5 days. You get me? Like, no. That don't show me you're a good girl. If you and I are communicating consistently, I'm not saying every day.
No.
You know what I mean? We give it some time to pass. Give me some time to miss you and you miss me, whatever. Because you just want to see my text or hear my little voice now. You understand where I'm coming from? Right? That's all I had to say quickly.
No, I think it's some good points, and I think what both you and Ty said about the vetting, I think it's important. I think there's also, as part of vetting, I think it's important to test. Like, I know people say, "Oh, don't test me," like whatever. The reason why I say
We have
test,
to judge. We have to judge, bro.
because the thing is, like, as a woman, I can come here and I'm all presenting very well, being articulate, and putting on a very good mask and everything, and I can talk a good game.
Beautiful mask, bro.
Look at you. See, now you're doing it. Beta.
Exactly.
But that's what you called him that for. But
Exactly.
it's all right. I like it.
Listen,
I'm just trying.
What's it? Hey, bro.
No, I like it though.
Bro,
I like
hit that
it.
emotional damage. But guess what?
Emotional damage.
But guess what? She's right. I am trying to bait you.
Oh, okay.
So you can call me a beta all you want. I am trying to bait you.
Okay.
Yeah? So yeah, I come out with a new terminologies to help you, little beta male.
He's trying to wake
So
up
when people call you beta, you say, yeah, I am trying to bait her. Like the hell? I want to catch a fish? What's wrong with you?
Trying to
Even a
wake
whale?
up there.
I don't mind a whale.
Where?
I don't listen. There's many men out here don't mind. Hey, I'm trying to catch fish. There's many men out here that will catch a whale and will not throw it back.
Hey.
Too heavy to throw back. You might as well deal with it.
You need wingman.
Listen,
You need
man waste
wingman.
all
What
the
do you mean he's
energy.
eating for life?
No, bro, man wastes all the energy reeling in that well if he can go dash it back, brother. You smoking something? No, return on investment, man. Looking for. I know.
Girls need love too.
I know it ain't a dolphin, but listen, no. But anyway, people, sorry, my bad. Didn't mean to change the topic.
No, it's all good.
But let's segue into the next topic, right? Because my learned friend here, pick me, right? We basically sat down the other day on the phone and we talked, and she drew something to my attention. And you know what it was? She's been drawing it to my attention for a while. But because I'm a man, I did not see where she was coming from. You understand? I was just thinking about it logically. You understand? But yesterday it dawned on me and I realized what she was saying. You understand?
I want to hear this.
She basically said to me, right? And let me see if I can word this word for word. If I don't word it word for word, don't quote me and don't hang me. Just allow me, blood, right? She basically said something about what are women? What's a woman's role? What's a woman's role in society, blood? Because as men, Ty, what's your role as a man in society that we've always been told to know about?
Provide and protect. Build infrastructure.
Thank you. Hey, bro. Hey, camera dude. Are you switching
Camera dude.
correctly? I asked the man a question. You didn't even switch on him. You understand? Again, I'm going to ask him, yeah? Hey, Red, you're messing about, bro. Right? I'm going to ask him again. As a man in society, right? You've always been told this. What is your role?
To provide and protect and build infrastructure.
Amen.
And maintain it as well.
Lamzo, Lamborghini, Lamzo.
Lambo.
What is your role as a man?
Provide, protect.
You understand?
Lead.
I've always known this. Provide, go on.
Lead.
Provide, protect, lead, guide. You understand? I have always known this. But honestly, over time in history, through feminism, through the sexual revolution, through the Me Too movement, through the cancel culture, through the Barack Obama stage, through the Donald Trump stage, through the Joe Biden stage, now we're at a point where Women are confused and don't even know what the hell their role is. And even young men that are growing up don't even know what a woman's role is supposed to be. You understand? So there's a massive confusion going on. So we need to talk about this. But I'm going to let Pick Me break it down because she's a woman. She knows more about the topic than I do. But I think I definitely want to chime in on this a little bit. But take it away, Pick Me.
I think you did a good job. You broke it down really well, actually. I think there's not even anything further that I can add to that. But I just said, even for myself as a single woman who's 40 years old, or going to be 40, like, I have to be honest with myself, and I have to strip everything back to the basics and say, what is actually a woman? Because when I'm looking around in society, everything is all kind of feelings based, and it's all very much, well, you can be whatever you want to be. A woman could be phenomenal. I mean, recently, the other day, we just celebrated International Women's Day, and I saw a lot of word salads. Yesterday.
I was just saying it.
It was the 8th, so that was 2 days ago. Yeah,
Day before yesterday.
day before yesterday. Yeah. So, and there was a lot of word salad, and there was a lot of literature that I saw where it was saying things like, you know, women are dynamic, women can be, you know, bosses, women can be this, we can be that, and it was describing everything. But like you said, if we ask what is a man or what is expected, what is the roles that's expected from a man, you've all just said it unanimously. But then when it comes to a woman, and it's not only just women, but even when you ask men, what do you expect from a woman? It's never, it's very kind of silent or
vague.
Yeah, very
Ambiguous.
vague and it's not clear. And I think, like I said, I've been taking it to myself and just going, okay, I need to implement it in myself. What does it mean to be a woman? Okay, I'm here to be a helpmate. I see a man as the person with the plan, and I'm supposed to support you with your plan, help you actualize the plan, and we work together. So what does that look like? And so I have to kind of start breaking them down into molecules in the way that we communicate with each other. Even like right time, like when you said something earlier, the old me would have been like, what do you mean? That's why I had to kind of pull it back and go, actually, sorry. Do you understand what I mean? Because I'm learning, like, no, I need to respect men. And that's a baseline thing. That's not a pandering thing. It's a baseline thing. It's about having a standard respect and also knowing my position as a woman. And if I'm honest with you, through me learning that, I'm like, that's the real empowerment, not these airy-fairy things. It's actually really deep in and saying, what is a woman? What role is she supposed to be to the man? And how does that fit in the community? Okay, cool. It's to be a helpmate. And it is, when we talk about submissiveness, like everyone sees it. You know, we mentioned this on the platform, and it kind of triggers a lot of people, and they see it as like a rude word, or they associate it with slavery. And I'm like, but that's the actual thing that's empowering as a woman. You understand what I mean? Like, I've noticed that the moment I give men respect, do you know what happens? Like, I don't even need to lift a finger. Like, you men help me. You show me love. Like, I'm being so serious. Like, and even right down to the men in my family that I've had kind of like terrible relationships with, I've since resolved it and just said sorry to them. Not at any point in time did they hold any grudges towards me or any resentment. They were like, I love you, or you're my little sister, come here, like, I love you. Do you understand what I mean? Whereas if it's with us women, we kind of have a little bit more deep-seated resentment, or it has to be teased out a little bit longer. So, like, yeah, that's my thing. But I just wanted to throw it to you guys. Like, what's the role of a woman? Lems.
The role of a woman.
Yeah, brother. You get me? We're going for the airtime,
Kind
fam.
of similar, you know,
Go on.
to lead, because obviously women, they have children. They remember, women
Obviously, they have children.
but women are there more time than the men are there, innit?
Man's
saying?
really
So they
trying
need
to
to-
think about the answer.
Let him land.
Brother, he ain't even taken off yet. Man ain't
I'm
even,
warming up.
listen,
I'm
man ain't
warming
even
up,
hitting
man.
cruising altitude, right?
Say
And we've
man's in
already
the
got
hangar still.
turbulence.
No, you said everyone,
No,
Yes,
carry on,
God,
man.
You see, you threw me off now.
I ain't so bad like that.
Yeah.
Okay, what's the role of a woman in society?
In society.
So notice, hold on. I just want to say that. Notice when I asked what is the role of the man, you guys were able to say it straight. But then when we now say what is the opposite to the man and what is the role of the opposite to the
I
man,
actually don't
we've
know.
got to stop and think about it.
I actually don't know. I'll
You
be
know,
honest.
that's
I
real.
actually
No, it's
don't
real
know.
though. It's
Real
real.
shit.
Real.
I actually don't
But
know.
we're talking to Lemzo. Don't
Yeah,
forget, this is the man that rated himself 9.5.
True.
Man's on a scale of
True.
delusional.
We can't let you get away with that. Now. Come on.
Hey, emotional, damn it.
That's gonna be with you for a long time. You know.
I'm telling you.
9.5.
Bro.
9.5.
Yeah.
Emotional, damn it.
You're a music artist, so you know you definitely need to do a tune called 9.5 edit. Yeah, that cover.
Let me give you a minute on it. Let me give you a minute.
9.5, you know?
A role of a woman, like Pitme said, is a helpmate.
Mm.
So she's supposed to be the community's first teacher. She's supposed to teach the children how to become adults. Do you understand?
Facts.
Teach the daughter how to become a wife. Do you understand? Teach the son how to love a woman. So for a woman's role to a man, she is his first line of defense. First line, when I say first line of defense, I mean emotionally and mentally.
Yeah.
Do you understand? She needs to give him peace. She needs to be able to motivate him. She's meant to be a person that can speak power into her man. Do you understand?
Facts.
So that's a role. I can go on, but
No, I think that's beautiful. Can I answer that with all what you just described? Because I agree with that. Would you
Brother,
say these are
listen,
things that
you
you
killed
see in abundance with women today? Is that, well, not even in abundance? Is just that something that you see in women today and also translated in the community?
not at all.
Why is that?
In my dating experience, maybe less than half of what I said I've seen in them. But the whole package, which is not really asking for much, you don't really see, to be honest. You're more than likely to see that from your own mother, if she's a good mother, than to see it with women that you sexually engage with on a romantic base.
Why do you think that is, though?
There's so many variables within that. It's a false society, like you said. We don't even know what a woman is anymore. And I think one of the biggest issues that contributed to that was feminism. Back in the day, feminism was the fight of women's rights and so forth, even though it was men that created the movement of feminism. And it was a ploy to get women out of the house to pay more taxes, because if obviously they're out of the house, they're going to work more taxes. These days, it's almost a hate group. A lot of them just hate men and resent men. And they've been so this lie that you can do anything a man can do. And you can basically be a woman but become a man at the same time. And I think that's where the breakdown is. I don't think women even know what their role is. And society has allowed women to have this almost interchangeable role, where man's role has always been static. We've always had to be the traditional man to protect, to provide. And now women are out in the workplace. Men don't really need to provide financially for women. So when you get to a point where you don't really need to financially support a woman, she automatically thinks that everything else that a man is supposed to do, she can do it herself now because she's got money.
Hey, put that out, fam. That's one thing I don't have in my house, but no cancer stick burn up in your brother. Fire for cancer blood stick. The man got me actually cracked by the word, you know. Yo, fire for your blood clot. Stick. No,
Emotional, damn it.
Hit the purple button. Hit the purple button. The other one, the blue button.
Losing his mind.
Losing his mind. Absolutely. Bro, I'm telling you. But now, what was
No, I was going to say, Ty,
Yeah.
that I think that's such a brilliant breakdown. Now that you've heard what Ty said, what do you think off the back of that, like giving it some further thought? What do you think the role is of a woman?
I still actually don't know. I don't know what I mean.
Okay.
I think
Do you find it worrying that the fact that you can say what the role is of a man without any given thought, but then
It
what
depends.
the role of a woman we don't know?
I guess all females are different, innit?
Let me ask
Some
you
of
this
the-
question then. What do you expect from a woman if you're dating a woman?
I expect her to be honest. I expect her to be loyal. I expect her to have that kind of like leadership, as in that it's like instead of me always making decisions, yeah, she can make her decisions as well. You know, that's why I say they're kind of similar as well, innit?
So what? All what you said, you don't expect to clap no cheeks?
Of course that, yeah, but we're talking
That goes
about the
without being
important
said.
shit.
Bro, Bro, one of the most
That
important...
sounded like you wanted a boy.
Sorry. One of the most important thing, brother, is clapping them cheeks.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that.
Yeah, and you missed out one of the most important. How dare you miss out the clap in the cheeks, bro?
I don't think
Lemzo,
this
nine,
is the issue with society.
You know what?
We're
You know
too
what?
focused.
You know what?
We're too focused on the sex.
No more Lemzo. 9.5. 9.5. So how are you missing out on clapping the cheeks? Not 9.5, blood.
I'm gonna put clapping cheeks in 9.5.
Of
No,
course,
but
man.
it's all to peer pressure because
Yeah.
a second
No,
ago,
I'm joking.
no,
No,
listen
it's
to
bad though,
me.
man.
A
It's
second
bad
ago,
though,
this
it's
man
bad
was
though.
talking about, man, don't be too hungry for the
Yeah.
thing.
No,
Like,
hear what? I just want to know if a man stands on his own belief in what he's saying. I don't care if he's wrong or right. I
Just
understand.
own it,
I could say the sky is blue, and all three of us agree the sky is blue. If you say the sky is red and that's what you believe, you own
Stand on
that
it.
shit. That's why I did that. No other reason. You stand on your own beliefs.
Yeah, of course.
You understand?
Yeah.
Yeah.
100.
You don't let nobody shake you. So it's just like a chick. You
No
get
one
me?
can't shake
If
you.
you believe, say, listen, like I'm holding on to this, I don't want to give it away. No matter who's trying to tell you whatever, you stand on your own laws. But anyway, carry on.
can I add something? Because you said leadership, because that's one thing that kind of pricked my
Yeah.
head. So you said like a
Autism.
similar qualities to the role of a man.
Obviously, a woman's one's gonna be obviously extra higher.
Extra high in what way?
Because like I said before, the woman's gonna be there for the child more time than the man.
But in terms of the relationship, who leads in the
Yeah.
relationship? So you want a
Ah.
50-50.
No.
In what
Oh.
capacity? Housework.
Okay, let's
Yeah.
kind of let's try and symbolize what you just said. So you want so both of you can be the leaders. If important decisions was going to be made, yeah, one person has to make an important decision. Who would that decision lie on? Critical decisions, day-to-day decisions could be shared between the two of you, but critical, important life changes.
I guess whichever one
decisions.
makes sense. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
Because a man could say something that makes more sense than a woman, and a woman, it could be the opposite as well.
Okay, but then you know, like what you just said about leading, yeah.
Mm.
And I've used this metaphor so many times. Ty, you've probably heard me
Nah,
say
it's
this,
all
and you're
good.
just not even interested anymore.
Mm.
But I look at a relationship like a car, right? And in a car, you've got one steering wheel,
Yeah.
not two.
Okay.
So that means only one person's driving at a time. You can obviously switch. Yeah, one person could be
Switch,
the
yeah.
driver. and everything. But in terms of the
Yeah.
destination and the journey,
Mm.
only one person can drive at the time. You both can't drive.
Okay.
So when I hear the word leaders, I'm just thinking there ain't two steering wheels. There's only one. The same way there ain't two CEOs. There's only one. Do you understand what I mean? There's a CEO and there could be the deputy CEO and all of that.
Yeah,
but
you
they,
got one CEO and then you
right,
got the-
because there's actually
yeah,
only
yeah,
one
yeah.
boss. But what you've described in terms of your aspiration for that kind of relationship is you're saying actually we can be equal. But do you think that would be successful, or would that not end up being a conflict?
Listen, that terminology is cool,
I don't think it
but
would
this is the best way to explain it. I get what you're going to say, but and remember what you're going to say. This is the best way to explain it. I'm the president. No matter where I go, all around the world, I'm known as I am that man. I'm the president. Do you understand? When I leave the state, I go to France, somewhere, guess what? It's time for the vice president to roll. Time for the vice president to step in. Understand? And at that point, that's when you become the leader of the household. But you don't become the leader. Do you understand where I'm coming from?
Yeah,
Yeah?
100.
And basically, that's what you're trying to break down. Yeah? Can't be two leaders. There's one. No matter if you're a sub-leader at times, it's still one leader.
So either one of them then.
It's just one leader, bro.
Who do you think's built to be the leader in a relationship? Man or woman?
And that's the main question. That's the real question right there.
Thinking, bro.
Hey,
Because I had
hey,
different-
the top button. I'm just a messenger.
I'm just a messenger.
Don't.
You know what, yeah? It depends on who has more to offer on the table. I'll be honest with you.
In modern day,
That's how I would see it.
in modern day, that's the way it's portrayed by women. You understand? they bring money to the table like men give a shit about money. You understand? Because as a man, you should be out there getting your own bread anyway. You shouldn't be reliant on a woman's money.
No, we don't bring money to the table because it's
No,
our
I'm
money.
saying, I'm saying what they say.
Yeah, no, it's true. But even the fact that when we talk about making money, it's irrelevant. That's our money because when we're in a relationship or when we're dating, we still expect you to pay. We still expect you to provide.
My
That's
money
still
is our
right.
money.
Right, exactly. Your money is
your
our
money
money,
is
and my
yours.
money is my money. So like, I don't. Do you understand what I mean?
That's a good one there, you know. You get.
And
me?
I think also, I feel like as a woman, if I'm hearing a guy saying, "Well, it depends," like we could share this role, I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not gonna respect him. Just as a woman, most women ain't gonna tell you this, but I'm gonna keep it real with you, lambs. We can say that we want 50-50. The moment you give us that 50-50, the respect's out of the door.
Eddie says the man brings the bacon, the woman eats the bacon.
Okay. Okay. Well, not the for the vegans,
Facts.
obviously, not the bacon, but yeah.
Facts.
Yeah.
All right then, cool.
Can I throw something out there?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Go on, my learned friend.
And
I
don't
like this
shoot
guy.
me. I'm only the messenger.
Don't shoot. Yeah,
I'm just a messenger.
don't shoot. Guy
It
sold
seems like the traditional roles are almost obsolete now.
Yeah.
I think we have to kind of go back to the drawing board and look at it intensively because women are out here making money as well, and the cost of living, not many people on the wages there are can pay all the bills in the house, the rent or the mortgage or the electric bill, whatever the case might be.
Yeah.
It takes two wages now most of the time. So I think we need to look at the role of the man and the woman. It can't be 50-50 because it will never be 50-50. But we have to tweak it. We have to kind of adapt to the modern times, and I think this is the whole issue and the argument we're having when it comes to who's in charge and blah blah, because we're almost equal. Well, we are equal now in society as men and women. Back in the day, it was women weren't
No, there's a difference. Women think we're equal.
okay in the eyes of the
The-
law,
No,
written on paper, we are quote unquote equal.
But in reality, we are not equal.
100%. I'm not saying that. That's
In
not what I'm
delusional
saying.
land, I agree with you.
Yeah.
In delusional land, we're equal. I agree with you.
In the eyes of the law,
Yeah,
we're,
delusional
we're,
land.
we're equal. On paper, we're equal. Yeah. We have course, same rights and so forth. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, even though that's the law, and sometimes in practice is not always the case, we still need to look at it as that, because a lot of women are seeing it as that,
Yeah.
that they are equal to us, because they can go out and get any job they want. They can go out anytime they like. They can do what they like now.
Any job they want, or the
A lot of jobs are conforming to women, especially physical jobs.
I
Like
mean,
they dropped the bar for the physicality when it comes to firemen. They dropped it for plumbers and so forth. They're dropping the bar.
Yeah, they dropped the bar, but are women getting into these jobs?
They still don't want, for
This
the
is
majority of
what
them,
I'm
they
saying.
still don't want these jobs. But the job is still there for them to apply for. But they're just not going for that job. And they have quotas where they want to hire women now,
Yeah.
in the idea of equality and so forth. So, yeah, like I was saying, we need to look at the drawing board, go back to the drawing board and kind of tweak it. It's okay a woman having her opinion and sometimes making a certain decision. If she has a strength that I don't have, she has to step forward and take
You know what it
leadership
is?
on that.
You know what it is? I hear what you're
and
saying.
so forth and so on.
And
So,
at certain points, I agree, especially when you say times have changed, and you know, the price of living has increased, so too money helps.
Mm.
But also, the government is still receiving too taxes heavily,
yeah,
right? Hey, independence is not a good thing. I'm just saying, right? Let me break this down,
Go on.
right? Because at the end of the day, there might still be two of you bringing in too money, but it still has to be one leader. But that's going to
that wasn't more
Right.
what I was trying to explain.
And what I'm saying, we're not saying a woman can't have input, right? But there's still going to have to be a final decision made, and it's not going to be by you.
You didn't let me land.
Okay.
Cut me.
You know what it is. You know what it is. You know what it is. Tuesday, you was up there at high altitude.
Yeah.
I
You know where you was
experienced,
going.
I
Yeah.
experienced a bit of turbulence,
Okay.
so I was worried about the landing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I was gonna bring it back full circle.
Sorry, my
No
bad,
worries.
my bad.
It's
Carry
okay.
on, carry on.
Let's see if I can break it down. So, yeah. So I was saying that we need to tweak it. I'm saying that
Yeah.
there's two leaders in the house, but I'm saying at certain occasions, somebody has to take that position for the betterment of the relationship. But nevertheless, if you have a situation where you're both bumping heads, the man is the leader because we're built with more rationale and more logic. So we have to go with his plan rather than the woman, which tends to base her decisions and her thought process on emotions. So I'm saying that there's sometimes where she's gonna have to do something that he's unable to do, but nevertheless he's still the leader of the house. Just like you said, when the president's out touring, she's the vice president. Do you understand? She's standing in the chair now. So whatever has to happen, she has to deal with it.
True.
Do you understand?
Facts.
We're still going to be the leader, because if the house gets broken in, we're not going to say, babe, this is 50-50. Last time I had something downstairs, I went, it's your turn. We're not going to do we're not going to do
I
that.
think we're breeding a new younger generation of
Maybe,
men that might be
maybe.
like, babes, I'll wear on
Maybe.
Thursday. It's your time
Yeah.
now.
It's your time now.
Your
Yeah,
turn
do you
now.
understand? So,
I might do ching chang walla.
I like what Peppy scissors.
Get me.
But nevertheless, we're still going to be the leader, and obviously she's the vice president, we're the president. So at some point in time, she's going to have to kind of make a decision if I'm able to do it. It doesn't make her
Yeah, but guess
The
what,
leader.
right? I don't expect her to make a decision without contacting me about
100%.
If it's like an everyday, like, do we feed the kids? Do I buy the kids some clothes? You know what I mean? I expect you to just make that decision.
Yeah, you're
yourself.
adult, yeah.
But when it comes to if it's finance, or do I take the kids to a certain destination,
Yeah.
or do I sign this? I expect you to, come to me.
Yeah.
Let's discuss it. You understand? Maybe as the woman, you might have more intel and more information on how this works.
Yeah.
And at that point, I might go with what you're saying, but guess what? I'm giving you the go ahead. You understand? Because I understand you know more about this than I do. Even though I've done a little bit of research, you understand? At this point, I'm going to trust in your decision. I'm going to give you the go ahead. You understand? Nobody's saying, as the leader, as the man, you're just going to make all the decisions. You don't care what the woman says. That's not how it works. If you're in that, that's toxic. You understand? But, hey, explain. I know that that mic is messed up. You can come on camera quickly and sit right here. Come on. Come on. No, come on camera quickly and sit right here and explain yourself, cameraman. You get me? That scarf is lovely though. It's actually nice.
Thank you.
Come, sit right here. And look. This is the guy who's talking, and look at the top he's wearing. Heartbreak weather. This guy, heartbreaking. But carry on. Go on.
So I think there are two types of this thing, right? There is like a boss, someone who just want to have the decisions, who doesn't care about others, like people who are working with him. Imagine like a work place, right? There is the boss and the leader. The leader is someone who will listen to everybody and will follow. The boss will just choose.
It's
no
a
matter
dictator,
what.
basically,
Dictator,
yeah.
There are two types, I think.
Yes.
It's just literally two types.
Sorry, did we say dictator or dictator? Are we
Oh
speaking
my.
about? Okay, sorry. But listen.
He said dictator.
Dictator.
Don't worry.
Okay, I thought you were talking about a female in leadership.
No.
Sorry, I thought you were talking about a female
There are
in
lots
leadership.
of
So
female leadership.
No, I think
I
from what
had
I
to
understood
be
what
sure.
Red said, I think you're describing almost like characteristics. Yeah,
There
so
are
you,
some men like that.
yeah, you are.
Yeah, there's
you are.
narcissists out there.
Hey, don't stand up in the way of the camera, bro. And thank you.
Thanks, Red.
Thank you, Red. We appreciate
Yeah,
that.
import.
Appreciate you.
Um,
Do you know what? Can I just say something real
yeah,
quickly?
go on.
Like, I always stress about it's so important for a man to be on his purpose, and like, and I never ever say what that purpose is, because I think it's the responsibility of the man to actualize that. Like, I stress that because as a man, you have the plan, you set the plan. So that means when Silent said, when you're gone, you're off working long hours, you've already set the plan. I carry out the duties.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I mean? You delegate the task because you also know my strengths and weaknesses as well. So we utilize my strength.
Yeah.
So it's nothing to do with like, I think when I'm saying about leadership roles, I think it sounds like I'm talking from the back ages. We're in 2023,
Yeah.
and as much as technologies and advancements and things have changed, our nature hasn't. We've
True.
still got one
Facts.
head, do you understand? Two arms, two legs. So we're still the same. Our nature as men and women and what we desire still hasn't changed. But yes, in terms of societal and the advancement of that has definitely changed. And so how we interact with each other obviously has to be taken into consideration. But the inherent way in terms of how we operate as a man and woman, I think that's never changed. Because we complement each other. So it's so when I'm still saying you're a leader and I'm a helpmate, that doesn't take anything away in terms of me utilising my skills and all of that.
Can I ask you guys a question? Because definitely on the topic of leader and leadership, right? What is a leader to you?
A leader?
Yeah. Like, in your opinion, what is a leader? Because people might have what a leader is mixed up in their head.
I got a perfect.
Go
A
on.
leader to me is someone that's capable of making the right decisions.
Okay. Everybody's capable of making the right decisions whether we choose to or not.
No, but like, to be a leader, you have to have that. Actually, no, you do. It depends. It depends really.
Listen, let's dash that word depends out because it always gets used and it's kind of like a deflection. It's kind of like a deflection and a mediator in between. We're not trying to deal with the in between right now. You understand?
Getting straight to the point.
Yeah, you get me. So that it depends thing. People use it a lot.
But
You
I
get
think
me as a get out tool. We're not trying to use the get out tool. Yeah, the man vegan man, gonna tell me I'm trying to eat certain things and
you
you
know
can't
what,
bring in
what
be a pork
You know,
food,
you know what? This guy's
be a
Jules, you
blood
know.
clot contaminants.
This guy's so Jules. I called him beforehand and I said to him, "What? Like,
should
do you
you
want me to
get?
go and pick up something?"
Yeah.
He was like, "Yeah, you're a woman. You know what to get." I said, "No. You people are vegan. Weren't that my exact words? I don't know what you eat."
No, he's vegan and vegetarian.
Right, but you knew
But
he was coming.
people, you see, here is a
okay.
moment. Here is a moment where you see you have to be extremely direct and you have to break down inch by inch what you're trying to get this woman to do, or she will veer off track with the information she's presented with. Do you understand? You understand?
Sir, yes, sir.
I'm just a
I'm-
messenger.
Don't shoot.
This guy's such a pagan, you know. And I was probably like, "Yeah, any dietary requirements, John?" So I'm so sorry.
It's okay. No, I ate before I left the
Yeah.
house. So
Okay,
it's
that's
okay.
that's your version of a leader, I think. What's your version of a leader, Ty?
Do you think?
Like, what do you think a leader is?
Okay, somebody that is competent,
Mm,
somebody that is able to take criticism,
mm.
somebody that is one, two, three, three. Okay. So yeah, so a leader is somebody that is competent, somebody that is able to make the right decision under pressure. A leader is somebody that is able to take criticism from those he's leading. A leader is somebody that is capable all round. Yeah, a leader has to be a people's person. They
Okay.
have to be able to take input to be a good leader.
All right. Pick me. In your words, what's the leader?
I covered most of it. I don't even know how to come back from it. But if I want to make it just simple,
No, even if it's just one,
just
two,
something
whatever.
simple, someone who commands a group.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Okay.
to put it simply.
Okay. I'm gonna say this, right? What you guys said ain't wrong. But the main attribute, this is the main attribute of being a leader. I have my vision. This is my vision. My motherfucking vision. Can I have you believing in my vision that you would even die for my vision? That's the main attribute of every leader,
Facts.
every great
That's
leader.
facts. That's facts.
I have a vision.
Yeah.
Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, the whole lot of them. This is my vision. Can I convince you to follow my vision? And when you do decide to follow my vision, will you die for my vision? Yes, I will. Do you understand? Right? Because you
makes sense.
believe in the vision. You see the vision. You know where we're going. We're not going to say there ain't going to be hiccups along the way. We ain't going to say there ain't going to be roadblocks. You get me? But we're already planning and preparing for all of this. That's the main attributes of a leader. Getting people, multitudes, whether it's 1, 2, 3, or 4, to follow their vision.
Well, the
You
vision
understand where
has to
I'm
be
coming
going in the right direction. So the person has to be competent.
Brother.
Because if they're following,
Brother,
if they're
how many
leading you
leaders
down,
have you seen? How many leaders have you seen has even gone the wrong direction, but had
Plenty.
multitudes believing in their
And they're still
vision,
leaders,
and
and they're
that
still
and
leaders.
that's
yeah,
the main
by
thing.
the definition of leader,
That's
yeah,
the main thing
yeah.
about being a leader,
Yeah.
having people or
I agree.
people or person believe in your vision, and they
Mm.
will follow you to the death, to the grave.
I think
All
you're
the
looking
other
at the moral
things-
compass part of it, yeah.
Everything I think about
Yeah,
has
yeah,
to.
and I hear it.
That's my moral
and,
compass.
and all
Yeah.
that then trickles down behind it. You
Yeah.
understand? Because then
Yeah.
along the way you're gonna want to listen, to different ideas.
Mm.
How we can improve, how we can maybe get there quicker, how we can get rid of these roadblocks. You understand?
Yeah.
And then obviously you're gonna want to attempt to make the right decision at that time. Sometimes you might get it wrong, but you've learned from that, and then you move on. Now it's like, okay, I've been in this position before. I know what to do now. Okay, this is a clear march for me and my team. You understand? That's the main thing, that vision. You ain't got that vision, you ain't going nowhere.
If that,
Yeah, man, people in chat is writing some stuff. This is a great chat. Obviously, I know it's a great chat, but I'll let you read this, man. You get me? Yeah, man. And right now, I'm kind of intoxicated, but you wouldn't even think of it. But not intoxicated.
You're good, fam.
I'm talking intoxicated on the energy. Because he say this thing, Ty say this thing, she say that thing. You're acting like a madman up there, not switching camera angles quick enough.
he's throwing in his shots.
KT Ducharme, thank you so much for watching. We appreciate it. I think
We
KT
appreciate
Ducharme says, in the home leader, someone who wants to know their role is the one to lead their home and is responsible for their home and what happens in it. The fruit that comes out of the home. That's a really good one. That's a really good one. Good point.
But,
I think what you
big up
said.
yourself.
Yeah, big up yourself, KE. Thank you for watching. I think what
Hey.
you said about the vision.
Free the man them.
Free the man.
Free the man them.
I think, what you said about the vision is so true. Because if you look at any business, any type of business, what does it have? It has a mission statement. That is the actual vision. And then obviously you've got the boss and then the hierarchy and everything else.
And everything
So
else trickles down.
Trickles
after
down.
that.
So that's
structured up.
that's facts. Yeah.
You get me? You get me?
You come in with a little.
Come on, man. I had to end the thing that way. You get me? Red, get ready to sign off, Get ready to press that disconnect button over there. Where you see the button under the live, go live. You get me? That's the button you're going to press. And obviously, you're going to press my button there where it says, I'm just a messenger. But you have to wait. Yes, people, it's silent business. Today we had Call Me
Pick Me podcast.
we had,
Ty.
and we had,
Dino.
you get me? Today was an interesting conversation. I'm going to try, sorry, that's so selfish of me. My dad was a fisherman. I do apologize, right? We're going to try to bring you regular content, regular talks, once, at least, minimum once, twice a week. You understand? And obviously, we want to try and build a community. You understand? And again, I haven't got any trolls, people. I need a troll. Every YouTuber has a troll. Why ain't Silent Business got a troll, man? You know what I mean? Listen, I would even pay you to be a troll. Free the man them. Yes,
on.
people, it's Silent Business. You know what time it is.
I'm just a messenger.
Don't shoot.
Oh.
Yeah. That was nice. Now lower all the volumes of the mics.